The Raptors lose to the Magic, 103-95. Man, we started off the game so great. Everybody's playing defense. OG Anunoby was just we couldn't miss. He couldn't miss. Start off the first half with 20 points, but with foul trouble with the officiating for the first half, they basically kept the Mavs in the first half with the amount of bad tiki taka fouls they were calling. Like OG Anunoby had a phantom call. Luka Doncic got an and one from a weird. Like the foul calls were not good in the first half. So, and because of that, we had Scotty Barnes in foul trouble, Fred VanVleet in foul trouble, OG Anunoby in foul trouble, and it was a trickle down effect. It really was. And then the Raptors half court offense, man. It was just abysmal. Like if we weren't out in transition, if we weren't getting out on a fast break, getting easy buckets, lobs or anything like that, we were just horrible. Literally horrible. Like when you look at the team, look at how we were playing, giving away costly turnovers, like unprovoked. And it was just so bad. Gary Trent starting, and a lot of the times when Gary Trent starts, he plays good offensively. This game was just not his night. And I've noticed something about Gary Trent is that he, I mean, of course we know that he's inconsistent, but he's not a good finisher on brim, and it's a real hindrance in his game because he's good at attacking, but if he can't finish the play, then it's useless. It's useless, man. And you have to give credit to the Mavericks. Like Jason Kidd, you saw that how his philosophy was working in this game, where he had Kristaps Porzingis getting easy buckets, even though he didn't have a good night. He had easy shot attempts because of the how deep he was getting the ball in the paint, and their defense was good this game. Like in the second half, when they went on that run, they were playing great defense. And of course, our half court offense was bad, but they were still locking us up. And Luka Doncic, man, we played good against him in the first half, and he was just passing the ball a lot. When that's third quarter, no, not the third quarter. I think beginning of the fourth quarter or late in the third quarter, he just couldn't miss. He was hitting three after three. Then after he was making a free throw. Floater. And it just when I see him play, he just plays so carefree. He was just destroying us. We try to double team him, but you just find Maxi Kleber open. Boom. Tim Hardaway open. Boom. Tim Hardaway couldn't miss. Tim Hardaway couldn't miss. And the thing is, we won the bench battle. They had like 6 bench points, or like 7 bench points to our 13. But it didn't matter because you have Tim Hardaway Jr. and Luka Doncic combining for half of their points. And he was making tough threes. He made like 7 threes. And most of it was in the second half. First half they shot like 35%, we shot like 40%. Second half, they couldn't miss. They really couldn't miss. Precious Chua had a great game. He was hustling, doing all the little things. He had a good up and under against Kristaps Porzingis. Against Trees, he did his own. He was great defensively as well. Fred VanVleet, man. Fred has got to stop shooting as much threes, man. I get it when we miss a shot and we get the rebound and he shoots that 1-3 that he makes a lot of the times, but not every single time we get off the rebound he has to chuck it, man. He did great when he went in the mid range. That's what I keep saying. Fred VanVleet shoots too many threes. 2 for 9 for threes, unacceptable. Just go in the mid range. Do his little step back mid range, and just go from there because Fred VanVleet, he's just wasting possessions when he's just chucking them. And he's not shooting a good 3-point percentage last year or this year. First like 3 games has been bad. And he needs to get his finishing down packed in the mid range and near the paint. And when I was watching the game, I looked at his game, I was like, he wasn't a good manager. He wasn't a good game manager. And I looked at his game and I was like, Kyle Lowry, it would have been different if we had Kyle Lowry. We missed Kyle Lowry here. In our half-court offense, we also missed Siakam. Siakam was missed today. Siakam would have given us a different look. He would have given us a easy bucket, as Jack Armstrong was saying. He would have given us a different look, a different outcome for this game. And Boucher, man. Boucher, we understand that now because we have 2 big men, he's playing a little bit less minutes, but like You can't chuck those threes, man. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. He was chucking such bad shots. And it was in crucial times too when they're making a run and you take a bad shot like that. Just had a bad game and we couldn't even play him. You can't have that type of a bad game, man. And Ken Birch, he's had his role has been minimized because, of course, Precious Achiuwa is our starting center now. Precious Achiuwa offers us a different look, right? But I like the minutes we got out of Ken Birch. He made some great passes. I always knew that he's a very unselfish player. He rebounds. He does everything well. And of course, the 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists is not the best. He just gave us what we wanted, and I can't fault him for that. But this game was just disappointing. Disappointing on so many levels. Because we were starting off strong, and because of foul trouble from the bad refereeing, and we were playing. We were up, but then after the Mavericks made that run in the third quarter, after in the fourth quarter we were trying to come back, and after they made the next run, because at the end of the third quarter we had some couple stops, brought it down to 2 points with that alley oop to Precious Achiuwa from I think from Jarkic or Van Vliet. And this game really made me realize we missed Siakam. And when I look at Siakam, just like, what is the lineup? What is the lineup? Because Scotty Barnes, he had a decent game. Of course, he didn't make as much threes. He had a good mid range, but he didn't make as much points as he did shots he did last game. But 17 and 8, that's still a great game. He was made his free throws decently, but and yet he was also in foul trouble, so he couldn't play as much minutes. But when I looked at this game, just like he's the type of player that yes, he can give you energy, but he's much better as a starter. But if Siakam plays, he's gonna probably come off the bench, and then we know Gary Trent, he's inconsistent, and that our bench, if he goes on the bench, Chris Boucher is gonna be out of the rotation, or Chris Boucher is gonna be limited to a situational player like a Lucas Nogueira, and I don't want that. I don't want him to be or Ronnie Hollis Jefferson or O'Shea per se. I don't want him to be a situational player because right now, if Scotty Barnes on the bench, is gonna be him, Kim Birch, Dragic, Svi, he played good with the minutes he got. Svi and maybe I don't know, it could be anyone else. But looking at that, it's just disappointing. I want Raptors to win, but looking at this game, I'm looking at fighting for playing. Honestly, I'm looking at um looking for playing because the next game we have is Chicago Bulls, and depending on how we play against them, that's really going to show where we stand because Chicago's on a tear. We're inconsistent and we keep shooting threes, even though a lot of us can't make them. Man, a lot of our team can't make shots. We shot 30% from three. We shoot so much, but we can't make shots. And I don't like how Nick Nurse he changed the philosophy after last year to shoot more threes, and I don't like it. The only people I want to shoot threes, the only person I want to shoot more than five threes in a game is Svi Mikhailu and OG Anunoby. Everyone else should be shooting less than five threes. That goes for Fred VanVleet too, because the more threes he makes, the more trigger RP he gets, and he's just inconsistent with it. Like the video. It's just disappointing. This is a disappointing loss, but we'll get him next game. And peace.